turn 2 sneak attack. Activate it turn 3 with a Gristlebrand. Versus.
Don't think I like Jordan just keeping on the same deck. Now that he's revealed what he's on, I think I would get greater equity from just a random deck.
Yeah, so he also told Mike he's on the same deck, which I think you swap. I'd personally probably would have gone to Dude Ranch.
Like, if I feel like he should have just started on Dude Ranch and then Mike, stuck with...
Yeah, Mike mulliganed because he didn't have interaction. And then kept double Vault, double Lord Vial, and found a Daze off his Scry.
Daze is not very good with...
Yeah, so he bought him the Daze, and presumably... Yeah, there's the turn 2 sneak attack. This is probably going to be pretty quick. Assuming... Yeah,
gotta respect the combo deck.
Yeah.
I kept the hand with that Force of Will. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I don't think going to 5 is a great choice.
Your deck is full of creatures, so as long as you get 2 lands and dudes.
Oh, Jordan top deck the Emrakul.
Oh God! I mean, he was gonna find it off the Gristlebrand anyways, right? He gets to draw 14. Yeah, Mike's dead.
Not a fan of that keep, but from Mike's side.
Yeah.
Come on, Jordan, just show it.
Didn't I tell you on? No, I didn't tell you on Thursday.
He has crystal.
There we go. He's gonna activate again. There's the other one.
Okay.
Done. That's game.
Mike's just like, wait, what?
Slow rolling the Gristlebrand.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jordan?
Do you think this is generally a pretty good matchup for you, or as the sneak and show player?
I've only played it like 3 or 4 times, and I'm 50-50.
Okay.
On it. Sometimes you just get the slow draw.
Jordan just aping it up.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get the slow draws and just Lord wins it.
Yeah.
And
sometimes that happens.
It's kind of like Eldrazi in that manner.
Yeah, I don't like that, though.
In the matter that, you have to have a reasonably fast, good hand.
Yeah.
You can't slow draw in an Eldrazi matchup or in a Merfolk matchup.
You can't lean on your cantrips.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think if you have Curse Catchers, that's a hand that you can consider keeping with dudes,
yeah, it just forces them to slow down.
It slows them down, and you're putting extra bodies on the field that get pumped.
That makes sense.
So you're able to play a tempo game with the combo deck.
Yeah.
So Jordan should be bringing in 3 defense grids here.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Does he have any sweepers on the board?
He's a Codex return.
Okay, so probably that as well.
Usually I've thought about putting 2 in the board so I can just have 1 natural in the main deck.
Oh, sure.
But I've never gone through with it. Just
Wish boards are so awkward to build.
Yeah.
Especially if you want the defense grids.
Yeah. Well, that's what I hadn't put the defense grids in until like a month ago. So I just liked having all the one-offs. Then I really had to think about, what actually gets played. I took a misdirection out of the sideboard. Like, it helped in one matchup, one time.
Right. Misdirection's, fun to have in your board, but it just always ends up being too cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vast majority of the cards in this board are wish targets. Echoing Truth, Latimer's Call, Firemind's Foresight, Intuition, Kozilek's Return, Release the Ants.
I mean, it's basically everything except the 2 3-ofs, right?
Surgical Extraction, Through the Breach, Trick Bind. Yeah, he just says 9 1-ofs.
It's the best way to build a sideboard. Just throw 15 1-ofs in there and call it good.
I have a 15 1-of sideboard for Enchantress.
My pile sideboards
the witch
end up looking like that generally. It's 2 surgical and a bunch of 1-ofs.
Yeah, I've done two and all 1-ofs in a couple of decks before. I think I actually prefer that boarding if I can pull it off, just because there's so many guesses on what you're doing. They see so many other cards between 2 games or 3 games.
Now, sideboarding is usually annoying and difficult, and I've been known to go to 61 or sometimes 62, just because I'm a bad player. And I don't think Jordan. I think Jordan's on a similar plan.
Looks like Jordan just went 2 Pierce and a Preordain out for grids.
He's flashing some defense grids, so.
And
that's
then Mike's got some truths, some negates.
A Venser.
Oh,
yeah,
Venser.
Venser's very good.
And a Spyglass.
Well, Spyglass is pretty reasonable too.
Yeah. I think that card's actually great. I definitely underestimated it when it first came out.
It's too bad he's not playing Cabal Therapy in this deck, because when you get free information off your Spyglass, if you could convert that into Cabal Therapy, that would be so solid.
Okay, so the true names are out, which makes sense, and then the honorary true name and image, and then the GT, which is definitely not for this matchup.
We'll see if Jordan gets stuck by Chalice, because in that first game he didn't really see anything of Michael's deck. He saw Aether Vial, but Chalice might not be on his radar. So he keeps the cantrip hand.
Presumably Mike named Merfolk because he played a Cavern.
Right, but Jordan wouldn't necessarily infer that there's Chalices in the deck from that.
I think Chalice is generally pretty standard, but I've definitely been guilty of you don't have Chalice's main and get blown out of it before.
Right.
No, Omni Show is actually pretty resistant to Chalice on 1.
Right.
A lot of people will slam the Chalice on 1, and I'll just go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that.
Yeah,
earlier.
I don't think it's strong in a vacuum, but Jordan's pretty inexperienced with this deck, so
right.
Yeah.
It's
as seen by
he may just keep a hand of all cantrips, and that would be a pretty insane punish.
Also, not the most commonly played around here.
Agreed.
It should be played more, honestly, the way our meta's set up.
We have like 2 people who play it regularly, and
right.
We've got the rest of the folks.
There's like 2 or 3. There's one guy, Yang I always lose to too.
Yeah,
at the 1Ks.
Aaron plays it all the time.
Yeah.
And they both play the Chalice version.
Yeah. I think that version's just better. Because you're not playing 1s outside of Curse Catcher, right?
Or a Vial.
And Vial. But you're playing those early on.
If you're not, you're probably playing main deck Spell Pierce.
Right.
Or main deck Flusterstorm.
Alright, so we got hands for these guys.
I see an Omni Pierce, maybe.
It looks like Jordan's got action again. Friendship burned. I'm on the play your deck. they're having some good banter. So we got a Island Vial here. Oh, he's got negate, truth, image, lord.
Yeah,
so he's got a counter
pretty
magic.
Solid.
Yeah. Curious to see what Jordan's got. So he's just gonna sit behind this negate with the Vial and put lords in. He had Echoing Truth in his Grixis deck as well, but it didn't really come up.
Yeah, there definitely were a handful of oddball cards, either in the main or the side, that people are trying to next level each other.
Jordan got the Boseiju who shelters all.
It's a great
That's
one.
Good. He only has 2 lands though, so he's got to find some stuff off this brainstorm or draw steps.
No, it says he has a Tarn in addition.
Oh, that is 3. Okay.
He needs the other cards though.
I mean, he's got a. Oh yeah,
he
needs
just
a
drew Petal.
Show and Tell. Another Truth. So he's got all the mana and nothing to put stuff in with.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's drawn more mana. There's a Volcanic, an Ancient Tomb, and Invocation.
Omniscience.
Second Omni. Ugh. That's awkward.
Omni Gristlebrand back. Omni Gristlebrand back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awkward hand.
Oh, he put Petal and City back.
Guess he just doesn't want the. Feels like he has enough mana, I guess. I guess he can pitch the Omni to a Force of Will. That might be his thought process.
I like that Mike is putting the die on top of his library because he does not typically play cards that require upkeep effects. It's a nice little way to safeguard that you aren't going to miss your vial trigger.
It's awkward if you don't play with it.
It is.
It took a long time for me to get used to Portent, actually. I missed a lot of Portent draws.
Yeah, or stuff like, I mean, my gosh, you can play pacts or stuff like that. Have real consequences.
Mm-hmm.
The mismatched islands on Mike Tessier's side.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate.
He's
probably
he can tilt Jordan. Maybe?
Look, I don't know what the problem is here.
He's probably gonna get them all. I think he's trying to turn them all foil.
Okay.
I think it's worth the value of slightly tilting opponents that care.
I literally use draft basics.
Yeah. Well, and see, there's certain people that it doesn't bother, and certain people that it does. And if you can get the people that it bothers, may as well.
That's just like the people who complain about how I tap whenever I'm featured on a stream or something. There's always at least one person in the chat who complains about how I'm tapping either the wrong way or tapping a weird way. So
good old make go shuffle. Pedal on top, draw back.
Oh, there we go. There's a pedal.
Yeah. Representing Cunning Wish?
This could be, what, Adept? Nope, Master.
Yeah, you just start sticking Lords in on his end steps.
Gonna start Lord and Jordan. Let's keep it on, too. Got more Lords where that came from.
Two's generally the number you want in Merfolk, right?
Well, since he has Click, 3 is pretty nice.
Yeah, but the Click's already got Flash.
3 represents Spyglass. Nice.
Oh, the Spyglass gives you a look first, right? Too?
Oh, yeah. Information is very powerful. So he doesn't have 2 Omnis. He has Omni and Force.
Invocation.
For his invocations. Okay. And then 2
Look
Gristle Brands. If Jordan loses this match, I don't think he'll ever play Sneak and Show again. I think he will probably swear it off forever.
What do you name Hero Spyglass? Oh yeah, Gristlebrand. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
not
the
bad.
obvious name, but
it's either Sneak Attack or Gristlebrand.
Yeah, and since Jordan's already got 2.
If Jordan had 1 land, then Lotus Petal could potentially be
hit you, play another Master.
Yeah, Master's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Just get a couple more of those, and that's over. Yep, that's just a volcanic. I don't even know if I like playing the volcanic, because if he draws Sneak Attack, he's going to want to be able to activate it right away. And if he got Wastelanded, then he wouldn't be able to.
Sure.
He can't make double red anymore.
Is this Merfolk playing Waste or the mainland?
Actually, don't know. I think it's not playing Wasteland. Somewhere. Yeah, he didn't print his lists. His lists are on the Excel file.
Oh, he just scoops it up.
Yeah, he was getting hit for
6, right?
8, because he put the image in to increase the clock.
All right.
Yeah.
This puts Jordan in a spot where he can't really tap.
Yeah, Jordan was crunched there. Can't pay life with the.
We just got the one, Andy. We were
life.
bad and didn't bring cards.
Definitely don't name Petal Jeremy.
So Jordan needs a good shuffle if he wants to win. Gotta separate those big fatties out so you don't draw 2 again. That's just the worst feeling when.
Yeah, the deck is just not being kind to him.
Yeah.
The Pyro matchup was close, it felt like. But just young Pyro plus therapy.
Well, I mean, Jordan just kept an awful hand for game 3.
Yeah, and then kept a bad Ponder.
That was just straight up unkeepable.
I feel like the Ponder was worse than the original keep.
His hand where he had lands and double Force of Will.
Yeah.
That's awful.
You're just gonna die.
You have to mulligan that.
Like, it sucks, but
And he didn't really convert it into anything. He got triple therapied over the game or quadruple therapied.
yeah.
So.
Didn't he have a Ponder at the start?
That was the second game.
Okay.
The Ponder Emrakul one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And his Ponder got nabbed immediately by
And then he just drew the Ponder.
Inquisition. And he just showed that he had lands, Emrakul, and Lotus Petal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still a combo deck. You're still trying to put together two pieces, and if you don't get the pieces, you're really not doing much.
Yeah, this is kind of where experience shows, in some ways. Like,
I'm surprised he didn't just lead with blue, white, red Stoneblade, because Jordan plays that religiously. That is his only deck. He whiteboarded the whole deck, and
that's what Mike did.
He won a 1K with it like a few months ago. So why would you play Sneak and Show 2 times in a row? You can't possibly have that much confidence in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially when he lost the first one, then just run it back. Like this is the double or nothing type of bet where you're just like double down, gonna get it this time. He's gonna get punished even harder.
I don't like staying. I really would have liked to see Stoneblade, but I mean, he was saying he's got to win with it eventually, anyways.
Yeah, but he didn't know what Michael was going to bring.
Yeah.
And Michael already knew that Jordan was staying on the deck, so that's really, really dangerous.
It is weird. Yeah, it's not a great choice. You got Jordan.
The only way it would have really worked is if Michael didn't bring a deck that could handle Sneak and Show for his second or third deck.
Sure.
Like if he'd brought
it sounds like
Stompy or something and just got squashed. Then
it's
or like Soldier Stompy or some other Stompy deck, because Mike loves all Stompy decks.
Stompy decks are cool.
I like them. No problem with Stompy decks. They're inconsistent, but
I'm not gonna play them. But
the question is how well are Jordan's remaining decks gonna fare against
the Eldrazi Menace?
Yeah.
Or Merfolk.
Well, if he's playing the Stoneblade deck, I think the Eldrazi deck's gonna eat him alive.
Yeah, that's not a good matchup.
Especially with the way he built his deck. I think there's not a whole lot Jordan can hope to get. So, well, that's pretty bomby. He gets the turn 1 defense grid.
He doesn't have anything to put stuff in though. He's got.
Is that a Cunning Wish?
That's a Cunning Wish though, so we can go get the Intuition for show and tell. Yeah.
I think he might roll the dice on that one.
I think this hand's actually great. You go turn 1 defense grid, turn 2 Cunning for Intuition.
Yeah, that's keepable.
We got 4. And Mike's shipping it again. Yeah, so this is game 3, so Jordan's quite happy.
Celebrating the mulligan.
Yeah, Glur's tough.
I think
we'll
maybe one of the best things with Glare is just if you switch sleeves.
Right.
I think there's certain brands, like if you're playing with mats, they're gonna have less reflection.
Yeah, you just get angles. You have to get the angle figured out, because like if you have light coming in from the wrong angle, you're gonna get bright spots like you see on the life counter. Thankfully, it doesn't really obscure anything major, but
the other thing is each of these decks are not necessarily going to have all the same sleeves,
right?
Especially since some will be borrowed, and so if you test for one, you wouldn't know what the next one's going to be.
Right.
The angle could be fine for KMCs, but if you've got like Ultra Pro and they're glossy, then that could just not work at all.
Completely gone.
And Miles wants us to let you know that he ordered a foil Gaia's Cradle.
Wow.
Doesn't he already have 4?
I think only 3.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to trade one off of me. I'm like, no.
He's like either got all or almost all of his Elves deck foiled.
All right, so Jordan's going down to 18 for
So
this Ancient Tomb.
Island to the bottom. He's got a Curse Catcher, Echoing Truth, Chalice, Force, and 2 islands.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I mean...
He's going to think about whether he's going to force
I think
this.
you just let this happen. And you just play the Curse Catcher.
Curse Catcher's pretty nice. Gets around defense
He
grid.
lets it through.
Yeah.
Curse Catcher is only instant or sorcery, right?
Yep.
Right. Can't stop a sneak attack, but it
Or
could
can't
hit.
stop the pedal.
Can hit the
island.
intuition though,
Mhm.
or the cunning wish. Well, now it can't hit the cunning wish because
Yeah,
there's
so you're
lotus
just
petal.
gonna... You can force him to sack the Lotus Petal if you thought Jordan was...
Is that the through the breach?
Really?
Ballsy play. What did he draw?
That is
Oh, he
interesting.
drew another pedal.
I didn't even know there was an invocation through the breach.
Oh yeah, baby.
The art is really weird.
But it's got bolus.
Does it?
Yeah, all the invocations have bolus in the art. Or all the ones from the second.
Huh.
The Hour of Devastation ones.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought I just had the Locust God.
Oh, the Scarab God and the Locust God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably on some of them, aren't they?
Yeah. So Through the Breach is just the Locust God running through everything,
Why?
right?
It's still not a good play though, because he has the Curse Catcher out. So he's gonna have to draw a 6th mana.
Well,
I
maybe
don't
he'll
like that
just
play.
bank on hitting a soul land.
Let's see. What's his hand?
Whoa, Echoing Truth.
Yep.
It's gonna bounce
I
the
like
defense
this.
grid.
Yeah, I like this a
So
lot.
you're
You're just
basically
taxing his
just
mana.
Time walking Jordan, making him take some damage to
Mhm.
replay it if he wants, and then Michael gets the opportunity to force it the second time.
Yeah. I mean, the Echoing Truth is basically just shock you, tap your Ancient Tomb down next turn. And after getting a 5 mana spell, like, makes sense.
If Mike gets a third land, so now he could just hold up Force of Will and pay 3 for it and chip in for a few more turns with Curse Catcher if he wants.
Yeah.
Or he could maybe commit a Lord to the board this turn and then untap and hold up 3.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a Lord?
Just drew a Lord.
Oh.
You just have to try to gauge when your opponent's going to go off.
Right.
And since Jordan didn't play a land last turn, you can figure that it could be 2 to 3 turns before he can actually go off through the Curse
Right. If
Catcher.
you...
That's interesting. I would have played a Lord over a Chalice.
Do you consider putting the Chalice on 0?
I don't think so.
Not when he already has one out.
If he didn't have
Yeah.
any pedals, maybe. He did just
Intuition.
did
on
just
the
have
draw.
a pedal though, right?
He's had a pedal just hanging out in his hand because he wants to hide how much mana he has access to.
All right. Well, intuition's gonna resolve. 3 show and tells.
Mike looks less than happy about that.
He can still force this though.
Yeah.
He just can't play a spell if he's gonna do that, because he has to have 3 up.
He's got another island, but there's a Chalice on one, so... Jordan's at 9 as well.
Yeah.
His Tomb's been doing
Ancient
work.
Tomb is, real damage.
Yeah.
I play that a lot in Eldrazi, and
It adds up.
sometimes you take 10. Not even that hard to do.
Sometimes, you got Boseiju and Tomb up.
Yeah, Vaseju and Tomb, even more
And
pain.
only one island, and, you gotta.
You just gotta pay it.
Sometimes that's even just the right play, so. It's a big draw. That gets countered.
Yep.
Oh. Do you think that was just a test? Or do you think Jordan forgot?
I think Jordan forgot, judging by the look on his face.
Now if Mike has another land, now he could play a Lord and then hold up Force. And I think the game is pretty much his. But if he doesn't have the land, then he has to choose.
I wonder if he just didn't want to tap the Ancient Tomb.
So Mike's going to check out the graveyard.
Yeah. Interesting. This is a weird game now.
So he's taking the conservative line. He's going to hold up his mana so that he can force and hope that Jordan doesn't have counter magic or two things. Because he has to go down to 6 to play it.
Yep.
So there's a show and tell. And Michael presumably is going to pay 3 and force. And if Jordan forces back, then he's at 5 and Michael gets to put in a Lord or something. He could put in a true name. So he has to pay 3.
I think the true names are in the board. You might not have a...
Alright, so Jordan goes down to 5 to force back. So he's going to have to be able to Omniscience and then Emrakul for this to be
He had
clean.
Omni. I don't remember if he had Emrakul.
He did.
Okay.
Is that up into and click?
That is...
No.
Nope. And the game is his.
Mike's at 19.
What else does Jordan have? What's his last card?
Well, he keeps one permanent.
Oh, I think he drew Intuition.
3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the... Is there any way... Yeah, no, Mike just dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now we get second Annihilator
Yep.
trigger. Alright, Jordan gets there.
Well, there you go. There's a tied up 1-1.
They've been, like, pretty close matches, actually.
Yeah.
That was a weird game.
Yeah. Jordan found the force he needed.
I think if Michael could have stuck a Lord earlier, I think he would have won that. He would have had enough damage that
I mean...
Jordan took off the Ancient Tomb. That
one turn of Lord is Jordan's at 1, so...
then
he gets to swing back.
It depends on what turn.
That was tense.
Yeah.
What turn he
No,
deploys
absolutely.
the Lord.
I'm saying if he had the Lord for a turn,
Right.
then he just gets to kill him on the crackback, right?
Right.
Like how you couldn't tell.
But there were several turns where
Right. Yeah.
if he'd had a Lord that he could have deployed
Right.
there.
Yeah, he just
Oh my!
didn't draw
I
a
thought that
Lord,
was
basically.
intense in that.
No, that was
Yeah, so they're D-sideboarding.
I'm sorry.
Pretty
Yeah,
ballsy for Jordan to play back to back.
Yeah.
Run this
for the,
sneak and
the
show
good
back
read of
again.
Thanks for the good read.
Yeah, what do you think he swaps to now?
It's hard to see what like.
Like,
Interesting.
he knows Mike has Merfolk.
Can Mike choose his original deck? Can he
So
go back to
you can't
Grixis
play one
now?
that's
you
already
can
won.
only...
So he can play
each
one
deck
that he's
until it
lost.
wins. Yes.
Okay,
So he
so
can
his
play
Grixis
Merfolk, or
is
he can
now
play
off.
his unknown.
So he could play Eldrazi, or he could run back Merfolk.
Yes. But we don't... so Jordan doesn't know he has Eldrazi.
Right.
So it's a question of, like, Mike's been playing... He's playing Grixis Delver. He brought Merfolk. Merfolk is probably his, like... I have a read that you're going to play a bunch of blue decks deck. Just
Well,
not
he
an
knows
unreasonable
that
read
Sneak
against
and
Jordan.
Show is now retired. Because
Right.
Sneak and Show is now won. So
Yeah.
that deck's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that one of Jordan's remaining decks is going to be Blue, White, Red, Stoneblade.
Unless Jordan's just like, no, I'm not going to play it because he expects it. But
That's
you
true.
can guess that Jordan is going to show up with his all whited out deck.
I would be extremely surprised if he did not.
Yes.
How cool would it be if he showed up with someone else's deck that he all wanted? Brian, how'd you react if you got back all whited out?
I was joking. He should have just brought 3 copies of his Jeskai Stoneblade deck.
I don't think you can do
that's
that
against
because it has to be.
You can't. Yeah. I think they specifically
He's just gonna
said
swap
like,
put
let's.
different
You
deck.
can't. You got to bring
One's
3
white
different
bordered,
decks.
One's black bordered.
One
One's
has
silver
standstills,
bordered.
one has-
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like Jordan is going to.
This guy.
Yeah, that's his Jeskai deck.
Are we alternating casters or anything? Or you guys
We can swap
You
out.
want to hop in?
I'll hop in.
Yeah, you can.
Wait, was someone gonna try the last dab?
What?
the last.
Oh no, I'm good
Yeah.
on that. All right, I'm gonna pop out. There's gonna be other people casting.
Yeah,
the
I'll go.
But
Unless someone else wants to start.
you will have another role for me that you'd want to.
No, I'm just gonna go down.